Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. Hello, hello. One sec. I'm like in the middle of posting my Instagram post about being live, but I just didn't want to leave the starting soon screen for too much longer because I try to keep it around 10 minutes. But hold on, my volume's loud. How's everybody doing though? I hope you had a good week. I missed you. It's been so long. I haven't streamed in a minute. I've been a busy bee. I have some life updates. One sec. Let me post this and then we'll get going. What are we doing today? We're doing the InZOI historic barn build conversion. I want to talk about the updates because there was a couple hot fixes over the last 2 weeks since I've been live, and it seems like they've fixed some of the texture map underlay issues, but they kind of made the lighting worse. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. InZOI barn conversion. Oh my god, InZOI bar conversion? We're not doing a bar, we're doing a barn. Historic barn. It's a 1657 barn conversion or something old as heck like that. I'm trying to do two things at once. Conversion. Come hang. Yeah, so I have a few personal updates before we dive into it to get going. Our house sold today, formally, finally, and firmly, which is amazing because that has been what has held us up from the next iteration of creative build projects that I've been wanting to do on stream. I've needed to prioritize focusing on getting this house sale out of the way. We have to clean everything out this weekend to twitch.tv/Angorabuilds. There we go. So we have to... Where'd the link go? What? Bear with me. I should have did this before I went live. Angora. Oops, there we go. Okay. Okay. We're on the gram now. Okay, so yes, we sold our house. House sale is firm and final. This has held us up from the creative build stuff that I wanted to work through. I guess if you haven't been to the stream before, hello, we're happy to have you. My name's Angorabuilds. I'm an architectural technologist based out of Western Canada, and I model buildings in 3D for a living, but I also stream about home design and DIY here on Twitch and YouTube. So hello from both platforms. Quick disclaimer before we get going though, my chat overlays on my stream that you will see somewhere around here is not linked to my YouTube. I would prefer if you chat from Twitch so that everybody could see what's going on, but I still see you YouTube, so hello. So in addition to kind of home design, DIY, creative build stuff, I also help curate a annual overnight music festival, honestly, which actually is where a lot of the creative build stuff comes from. So, oh god, I have so much on the go. We have a vintage 1975 Chevy camper van conversion that I would like to continue working on this June in time for camping season because we're about 60% built out. So we're gonna have a few streams on that because I have to design and kind of suss out how we're gonna do the cabinetry on the inside. And then we are just in the final agreement discussions with our music festival event venue right now, and so that's kind of been a holdup for a couple weeks, to be honest, because we are switching locations, and that's a whole thing. But once that gets locked in, we're ready to hit the ground running, and I can actually start planning what kind of build, layout, decor stuff we're gonna do for this, because we just I don't want to put energy into planning something if we don't know, if it's not locked in, and we might have to go somewhere else, you know what I mean? Because we're talking about the actual event layout, we're talking about kind of the theme of the decor, where lighting is going to go, what kind of installations we're going to have in different places. So that's something that is on the back burner right now, and I'm really excited to bring that back into kind of my stream space. And until that gets sorted, we are hanging out and working in InZOI, which I have gotten a bit of a content boost from InZOI. So maybe you're watching me from that short form, long form, whatever it is, content. So nice to see you. Happy you're here. We are working on InZOI today. We have been working on a historic barn conversion that we found on zillowgonewild. It is a real house. I have the ad open. I was so scared because it actually ended up getting sold since we started this. Here it is. It got sold since we started this series, and I was so afraid that once it got sold, we wouldn't be able to see the photos anymore, but we can. They're still here. So we're good, I guess, is what I'm trying to say from that. So we have almost all of the main floor, I think, done. I'll go through the photos in a sec. I do want to talk about the updates first before we dive back into InZOI, but we do have half to like maybe 3/4 of the main floor fleshed out so far. What I like to do, what we do on this channel, we will recreate the house from zillowgonewild as accurately as possible based off of photos, and this includes the interior and all of the interior decor. You can see it's gorgeous. It's riveting. It truly is. I do think this is going to be a lot of fun because once we have it all completed, as close to a one-to-one as we can, then we'll renovate it and we'll make it actually look good. Because the walls and the beams and stuff I think are gorgeous, but it's just everything else is just lacking a finesse. It needs a bit more life. It needs a bit more character. It needs a bit more taste, for lack of a better word. So I am leaning towards actually going heavy on kind of farmhouse style design. So once we finish this, and this might be, maybe we'll finish this today and we'll get to it on Sunday, but I do like to spend a stream, we'll do some research and yap and hang out on Pinterest and learn about just farmhouse style interior design in general, because I know nothing about it. I'm not a designer by trade. It's not my background. I'm an architectural technologist, but I work very closely with designers. I understand how the design process works, but I'm not formally trained in it. So if you're asking me about like what constitutes a farmhouse kitchen, I don't freaking know. We're gonna find out what that is. We're gonna find out what that means. We've done this on the past with Colonial Revival. We're doing it in The Sims 4. We're still doing it, I promise. We're doing it in The Sims 4 with Victorian style, which is really fascinating. That's being put on pause because InZOI came out and I was prioritizing playing InZOI, and I still kind of am because I've been enjoying getting to know the game and figuring it out. It's been a lot of fun. Let's talk about this update for a second though, because they did patch the texture issue. If anyone recalls, for the last, I don't know if it was since the game launched or when this started, but in the game, whenever you upload custom textures, the custom texture had almost like a folded paper effect on the wall. It didn't really look very good. It kind of had this like weird wavy kind of, it literally looked like wallpaper that was folded or like not stuck to the wall properly. Like it wasn't very flush. It wasn't very, it wasn't good. It didn't look good. So here, let me go to, I ended up building my old house in InZOI, and that is, if you have seen my latest video on my YouTube channel about InZOI, it's me building this. But let's dive into it, because I wanted to talk about how the texture got fixed. Let's turn off the grids for a sec. They fixed the texture. It's no longer flat. It actually, I think the like texture itself is much cleaner looking. However, they fucked up the shadows. Look at how bad this looks at the top. I don't know if you recall, you can look back at my older VODs. I mean, this is one of my side projects. I'm trying to figure out how to make baseboards and crown moldings and wall trims work with texture mapping. So I'll probably, once I sort it out, I'll do a whole stream on it. We'll talk about it. I'll talk about my process, how I'm building this, what I'm doing. But for now, this is one of my textures, and this is supposed to be white along the top. And they changed the shadows or something to do with the lighting, but it's only with the custom textures to my knowledge here. Let's just like, I want to play around with a few because there's the in-game textures, obviously, like they have their own paint, but I don't think the shadows are as aggressive on the painted walls or like wallpaper. See, this isn't bad. But then the second that you start using one of your own textures, and I'm going to use one, this doesn't even have trim on it. This is literally just a orange wallpaper or like a wood hue. Look at how terrible this looks. These corners look awful. The shadow is just so aggressive and it makes it look so dark, so dreary. Like even just like with a patterned wallpaper. So I'm really disappointed because, to be honest, in some ways, I almost would have rather had the wrinkly wall texture than the dingy, dark looking house. So I hope this gets flagged. I have not seen anybody talking about this yet. And I don't know if this was from the last hot fix, or I know that they did a hot patch maybe a week and a half ago to fix some of the lighting issues with how ZOIs were looking. They were looking really good in the build studio, and then you would put them in the gameplay world and then they would all look awful. I'm wondering if that was maybe from this because they were playing around with some lighting or whatever. I don't know, but I'm really disappointed because, like, yeah, here you can even see, like, before I blow up my trim, what it's supposed to look like along the top, even if I just make it like a little bit bigger. Like here, there's no shadows on this. I did like a very light shadow at the bottom of the crown molding just to create the illusion of it standing off of the wall, but not as aggressive as these are now. Here, this would be pattern scale 99, and then the vertical position should be 0. It's so dark in the corners too. Look at how angry this looks. So that is the update with the textures so far. I'm really sad about it. I'm probably going to do some screenshots and flag this to the InZOI team again because they're very receptive. They do reply. And I think it's a real person that actually replies to you if you issue a bug report, which is kind of cool. It seemed very specifically written in such a way that was addressing my concerns. But the one thing that I've noticed too, which is kind of good news. Okay, I'm going to talk about texture mapping for just a little bit longer because baseboards and trims are going to be a game changer. But one of the major issues that we had discovered on stream about texture mapping and why it was so difficult was because InZOI does not host wall textures to the base of the wall, because each individual wall should have its own like origin base for the texture, but it seems to be the origin base for the texture is actually just the overall x-axis. I think it is. I think it's the x-axis. So if you place a texture on one level, like if I do this wall here, and I just set up my scale as it's supposed to be vertical position 0. See, it's not, this is different now too. This works, but then if I jump up to another level, if the host was the same, the host origin or like the origin point for each texture on each level was the same, then theoretically my vertical position should be the same on the main floor. It's at 37 as it is on this floor. See, it's at 37. Look at how high up the wall it is. And the problem too is like now my texture actually doesn't line up with the wall anymore. So this is what I'm struggling with and what I'm trying to figure out. Right now, the workaround solution that is tedious AF is I have 3 different iterations of a wall texture map. And I was hoping if I just put like the texture at the top of the map, the middle of the map, and the bottom of the map, that one of them would line up. But for whatever reason, that's not the case. So I'm still trying to work around the solution to this problem. So baseboards are coming. I have it in theory. It's kind of on InZOI now to fix their texture origins so that we can have baseboards. It's on them. It's their fault. I can't do anything about this. I don't want to be setting up any, what's the word? Like texture packs for you guys that have a bajillion iterations of the same texture, just with different heights or different origin points, just so that you can make it work in your build. That's not easy to work with. That's not intuitive. That's not helpful. So for now, I'm just going to keep troubleshooting. Hope that the May 1st update, especially, like that's like next week. So maybe that'll be, cross our fingers, the problem fixer. Until then, I'm just gonna keep my baseboard textures to myself. And we'll share at a future date. So let's jump back into let's actually do the barn conversion. Let's work on the barn conversion. We'll continue with exit, please. I want to go to the lobby. We'll continue with what we haven't touched in 3 weeks. I don't even remember where we're at. I forget what we were doing. I know we were on the main floor. Is this 1700s barn conversion? Okay, so here, while this loads, let's go to the actual building again, and let's just look at the ad, because I forget the details and I want to tell you it again because I think it's pretty cool. It is a, oh, did they get rid of the description? Here it is, a 1765 barn that they converted into a house. That's why it's got like the beautiful natural stone, all the beams on the inside. I think it's gorgeous. The walls are so thick. There's a couple things that I noticed too when I was kind of reminding myself what this house was about before stream. We missed a roof over here, but basically they have the barn conversion is like kind of most of the house, and then they built an extension off the back. You can kind of see, it's so small. You can kind of see in this photo though, there's 2 extensions actually. There's a garage and there's just a basic ass stick framed vinyl sided extension off the back. This is a good photo of it actually. I think that the vinyl is so ugly. I don't know if they were trying to just like get a yellow hue that matched the stone or something, but I think we can fix it and do something that looks better. We did not do the garage. I know that grading in InZOI I think is coming, but for now we're kind of stuck to building on flat ground. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I did see like there's some hints in the build mode table. What's the word? Menu. That there's things coming like painting the terrain and basements and things of that sort. So, I mean, I know we got quite far. I think we were on the kitchen last time. We worked our way from this side over. Here, let me turn on the reference photo. I have to resize it one sec. Why did I make it so small? Here we go. And I gotta be real, I'm a little like, I think this build's really cool. But I am a little bored of it already. I miss being able to do really decorative and ornate stuff like you can do in The Sims. Where's a good spot for this? Because I want you to be able to see the menu. But maybe I mean, I think I've put it here in past streams and just put it in a little bit, but then, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, we worked from this side of the house around to the other. Oh my gosh, I hope that they fix this in the future too. The fact that when you look up to the second story, it's just sky. Doesn't that throw you off? It throws me off. I'm like, did I forget my second story? And then I jump up and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's here. It just graphically is not here. It's depicted weird. But all of this, I think all of this is done so far. There's supposed to be a door here, but it wasn't letting us place it, so it's fine. I digress. But I think we've done a pretty good job so far. The lighting, the interior lighting is kind of throwing me off. I gotta be real. Oh yeah, we finished on the kitchen last time. Wait, so we're all done the main floor, I think. Oh, the only thing that we needed to do was the ceiling. The ceiling in the dining room. We did the furniture correctly, but the ceiling, I'll show you. We have to make this texture, by the way. We have to make this texture. And I'm hoping we can do it with here, it's this one. I'm hoping we can do this with architectures.com. That would be really sick if we could just do this as best as we can, because I have learned that Photoshop and OBS are not friends, and so I need to figure out a way that I can Photoshop textures for you guys while I'm live and we can actually not break my computer, because that was rough last time. Oh, the other update, well, it's not an update, it's kind of an update. I don't know if it's an update. Wait, what are these? Known build mod issues. This is March 27th. Oh, I think this is... Oh, they're updating this. Feature improvements. I'll read this after. We don't need to read this right now. Okay, let's go back. So yeah, you can see this ceiling is just the asbestos tile. It's beautiful. Asbestos tile. So I imagine this is just the underside of the joists from upstairs, and then they just like drywalled in between it. They probably like stuck insulation in and then just drywalled in between it. So I know that we can change ceilings. Oh, this corner is so dark. I don't even know what's supposed to be in here. They didn't take any photos of this other side. And I noticed, can anyone verify, did InZOI change its camera panning in build mode? I just feel like it's extra sensitive today. It feels like it's really quick. Also, is there anything... Oh! I want to test if my Canva works before we get going, because my Canva has not been working. See? My canvas is just error text. Does anyone else get this? I'm so sad because I haven't been able to download anything from the canvas because I can't see what it looks like. Unless maybe I do it from the desktop. Is that or like the browser, the web browser, instead of directly in the game? Maybe? I don't know. It makes me sad. It makes me sad, so we'll move forward without it. We can deal. I want to see if there's anything that we can do to create these beams first before I get this ceiling figured out, though. But I feel like I would need to upload something into the canvas to make this work. Like I almost need... They have pillars. Okay, well, let's get this texture going. Let's try to make this roof one. If you haven't seen this yet, this is my favorite InZOI textures website. Well, it's not InZOI. It's actually... I use this for my job. This is for architectural rendering. It's a website called architectures.org. It lets you create a custom pattern. You can do whatever the heck you want. It's the coolest thing ever. They have all of these really cool patterns. I think obviously and intuitively it makes the most sense to do this with wall tile. I feel like I'm really short. Am I slouching? But I know that there's other materials like wood and plaster, drywall, paint, a bunch of stuff. So I think you just kind of have to get creative and think outside of your wall tile box. I'm stuck in the wall tile box too, though. So it's not just... it's not just me. I'm trying to... Okay, wait. In order to make this texture, we need to have one that's like thick and then skinny and then thick and then skinny. And if I can't find that, then we might have to just look on... Maybe there's something on SketchUp Textures Club? Because it's not uniform. I don't think there's a way for me to stagger the pattern. Yeah, this is staggered. Ashlar. No, these are all the same. Minimum width, height. Nah, we gotta find one. Shoot. All right, well, to sketchuptexturesclub.com we go. That's the best one. I'm trying to think of another thing that might have a pattern like this, like we're looking for. Stanley, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope your day's going good. Welcome, welcome. Because yeah, if we're trying to find this, I don't even know what to call this. I'm trying to think of something else that exists that we might be able to just search for here. Everything's fine. What's that? This website is sketchuptexturesclub.com. This is a free open source website for free seamless textures for rendering, and I am hoping to use it in InZOI. We've been creating this house and trying to match it exactly before we renovate it, but I need the ceiling to look the same. So I'm just trying to source a pattern that matches what's on the ceiling, which it's very simple. Theoretically, it shouldn't be hard. But I just don't know what to look up. I don't know what to look up. It's not like a wall tile. Like wood fence? Oh, you can use that? I didn't know. Pretty good project though. Are you playing InZOI as well? I could try reverse image searching it. We've had luck doing that as well. Or I have to make this. I don't really want to. I don't really want to. Here, let me try something. We did have luck. If I take a screenshot just of the roof pattern and what's happening here. Let me save it. This is another strategy as well. You could go to the image guy on Google and try doing this. Hold on. I need to find it in my folder. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? No, honestly, I'm planning to one day, but I always watch streams before playing the game. It looks awesome. Yeah, it's got a lot of potential. It has a lot of finicky things about it. But I think it looks so good. Okay. See, yeah, there's so many people doing this. I wonder if I could look up like seamless beam texture, maybe? Architectures has its own library too. But this is what sells it for me. The fact that we're able to do so much of this custom texture work and stuff, I think is incredible. I think it makes it look so good. But we might struggle with this one unless I have to make it. I think the same. Honestly, there's not a game like this. Talking about graphics, I like it. Yeah, it looks really good. Try looking up beam and plaster ceiling for texture. I'll search that. Thank you. Let's try that. Beam and plaster ceiling texture. Because I've seen this before and we have a bunch of photos of it. Now that I see the website, I assume people may spend a lot of time customizing everything. It's impressive. Oh yeah, and you can import 3D objects from Blender or SketchUp into InZOI and use custom 3D objects as well. You can like, there's a whole tutorial to it. There's a whole thing. I haven't dabbled in it yet. That's my next pursuit. But theoretically, truly, you can probably accurately recreate almost anything in InZOI, which is cool. I did a whole video on my YouTube channel about the parallels between InZOI and real-life architectural visualization, and it's crazy. Actually, this could be a good direction to go in. Exposed ceiling texture. Hold on. We'll just go, like, get rid of the beam part and the plaster part. Probably seamless. Because the other thing I could do... It's not my favorite. But I could create this texture. I could 3D model it. I could 3D model it. Is it worth? Is it worth? I might do it. I might do it quick. That's crazy. Are you an architect? I'm an architectural technologist. So I work very closely with the architects, but my specialization is in the 3D modeling and 3D coordination aspect of architecture work. So, Tangible, thank you so much for the follow. So I'm booting this up right now. We're gonna 3D model this quick. This will take 2 seconds. I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this because I could go as far as putting this in twin motion. You could go as far as putting this in twin motion. Twin motion is built off of Unreal Engine as well as InZOI, so it's actually kind of funny because their graphics look the same. Makes sense why you know a lot about this field. Yeah, this is my job. This is my job. So the fact that there is a game out of this is so crazy to me. It's really cool. I've been having a lot of fun teaching people about how to acquire textures, how to do like, well, right now we've been mostly talking about texture work, but yeah, no, it's really fun. I do want to dabble more on the 3D modeling side, importing custom 3D models into the game. It's just, I use a different software than most people are doing tutorials for Blender. I use a different software called 3ds Max. And I'm going back and forth about how I want to approach it because Blender is free and 3ds Max is not. So I'm kind of just going back and forth about if I should probably learn how to use Blender so that I can actually like share information that is more approachable. It's cool to have a game related to your job. It's sick, actually. It's like so surreal to me. Like I said, I did a whole YouTube video talking about the parallels between InZOI and what I do for my job, and it's like, it's crazy. It's almost a one-to-one. When I boot up Twinmotion, I'll show you what the graphics look like. I'm just wondering if there's anything we can work on right now while I open Revit pertaining to this house, but I think we're done the main floor aside from this. I do think they changed the lighting in one of the hot fixes though, because I'm looking at how some of these colors read and I don't really like it. Like this, like from far away, the cabinets, did they make it more cartoony? Does anyone know? Because I'm gonna have to watch my VODs back and just do like a side-by-side comparison, because just from far away, like this color looks way more brightened than what I remember picking. Because we're trying to match this. Where's the kitchen photos? We're trying to match this, which is more of like a pastel or like a softer one, I think. I don't even know if you can see it, so here. It could be the time of day affecting the lighting. I also have a bajillion pot lights in this kitchen, which I think I put at the end. So you might be right. I noticed in the photos right at the end. Here, I'm playing with the time of day. It does mute it a little bit. But I noticed in these photos here how many pot lights there was on the ceiling, and I was like, shit, we should match that. But then I think I had to dim all of them because you don't want to blow it out. So it's not bad. I'm so sad that I can't access the canvas though, because like if I had more patience, I could probably 3D model this island in the middle and then we could just put it here instead. I have to dim all the lights I put in game too. I also, do you have to change the hue or like the color of them? Because I feel like when they place the lighting, it's all very, like, I think it's really yellow. And I'm just like, why are you making it so yellow? It discolors everything and it looks bad. But let's give this a shot. I'm gonna... Oh, my Revit's still opening. It never takes this long. Hold on. Wait. I got a licensing error. I have to force quit it. One sec. Bitch, I paid for this software. Why am I getting a licensing error? Hold on. I like it more sepia, to be honest. It does add a warmth to it. It does. It's nice. I'll try opening this again, but if not, if I can't... Oh my god, I'm frozen. Wait, one sec. Hold on, I just broke something. No way. I can't select anything. Is my stream doing okay? Am I lagging? No lag on stream? All good? I can't select anything in InZOI. I have to force quit. One sec. What else is breaking? One sec. Oh, my licensing error is like stuck here. Oh god. One sec, one sec. Where is this? I can't select anything. Something on my PC broke. One sec. If I have to... Oh god. Oh, background processes. Here we go. Found it. End task. Please. End task. Please. Just like everything Autodesk is just shitting the bed right now. End task. End task. End task. End task. Oh my god. Ending everything Autodesk. We're still broken! Oh no. I might have to restart stream if I can't get this going, because I think I have to restart my PC. I'm upset. Wow. Okay, fam. All right. I don't know why this is happening. Oh my gosh, it's even happening on my OBS. Okay, I have to restart my computer. So if you bear with me, I'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes. Cross our fingers it goes well. I'm so sorry I have to do this. I don't know what broke, but I'll see y'all in a minute. I'll see y'all in a minute. Oh god. If I can even end. Jesus. Okay. Okay.